For anybody who doesn't know what MGTOW stands for, it means men go their own way. And let's read this definition, even though it might say some inappropriate words like pussy. But I think it's a pretty good definition for what MGTOW stands for, as it is relevant in modern day America, specifically the world. Men who have done a cost-benefit analysis and realize that cohabiting with or marrying modern women is not worth it. Often men who have had negative experiences with women in the past, but could also be men who have taken up lifestyles due to listening to men who got taken to the cleaners in family court. People try to paint them as incels or losers because when women want to focus on themselves, they are strong, independent, and empowered. But society loses its mind when men are not slaves to pussy. And this is something that I would like to reference. It's how retarded MGTOW is. And it has nothing to do with the cost-benefit analysis that is incredibly impactful. And yes, very true that people who are followers of or are described themselves, self-described as, or even have the lifestyle of living their own life with or without women, whatever they want. It's like, you know what, I don't want to have children. I don't want to have children at all. It's like, they're retards. They are just retarded. And what I mean by saying retarded is not because I don't like it. That's it. It's not because I don't like it, that's why they're retarded. It's that the nature of not having children and choosing to not have a children is a morally good thing. You can choose to be a bachelor your entire life. Why is that a morally good thing? You can choose to smoke cigarettes. Smoking cigarettes is not a morally good thing, but you have a right to do it. As women in society, if they choose to be one way, and then men want to do the exact same thing for themselves, well, then that's wrong. Men are incredibly expendable in society. Yes, that is true. Just because men are expendable doesn't mean that you kowtow, put your tail between your legs, and you move on and do something else. No, you try to change society. This is me calling it out. This is the one thing that I can do on, let's just say, YouTube. This is the one of the things in which I can do. That just because a woman does it doesn't make it good for you to do it. Well, did you know that black people can give themselves a label like Black Lives Matter and burn $2 billion worth of neighborhoods? Okay. One, that doesn't make black people bad. It makes the people who label themselves with Black Lives Matter burning down neighborhoods who had nothing to do with any of the police shootings, all 9 or 10 of them, all 9 or 10 police shootings, unarmed police shootings, because it was predominantly ran by black people, then therefore black people are bad, wrong? No, it's a culture that needs to be changed. And this is one of the reasons as to why MGTOW is just pathetic. It's retarded to be MGTOW because any philosophy, ideology that is based upon not having children is doomed to fail. It's incredibly important to know that. Any ideology, philosophy, or practice that does not is not based on the reality of children is doomed to fail. Because it just baffles me. It really does. Be fruitful and multiply? I don't want to, therefore I should do that. I don't want to do it. It's bad, it's wrong, there's a double standard, it's hypocritical that these people get to do this wrong thing, so I get to do this wrong thing. Wait, what do you mean? Just because a woman that goes to a different, a woman is doing something different, is choosing to go their own way and not have children for 20, 30, 40, 50 years past their expiration date with their eggs, and then get pissed off and upset that they don't have children and start to mother society, well, then I get to do the exact same thing. No. That's wrong. That's wrong. What? What? If anything, this proves how awesome Christianity is, because it says men are to be the dominants in society. And men in America specifically, have allowed women to be in charge for so long that men who are followers or practicers of the ideology of men go their own way, do your own thing, don't have children, well, they're going under that exact same premises. Like, you know what? Us as men have let women be in charge for so long. We're going to let y'all be in y'all's own, sleep in y'all's own bed, of the bed that you made. And if it turns out to be horrible, well, we're just going to wipe our hands and walk away. Yeah, because that's what a man does. You know what? No, I'm not going to try to help you. No, I'm not going to try to help you at all. It's so funny. It's like, what type of ideology is ever based upon not having children ever succeeds in life? What if everybody followed that path? You know what? Men, you don't have to. Women, don't have children. Don't try to have children when you're young. Don't try to have a mate that's going to be there and support with your children so you can be more fulfilled when you're 20, 30, 40, 50 years older and having children, and maybe even having grandchildren and even great-grandchildren. Because children are the basis of pretty much the most of fulfillment, because you're doing a lot of activities to achieve many things, but the one thing that really does fulfill somebody the most is having children, 9 out of 10 times. But MGTOW is the philosophy that all women are bad. It's like, okay, that's exactly what feminists believe about how all men are bad. It's like, what? You're just stupid. You're retarded for believing that. You can't tell a man to sit down and shut up for 50 years, then complain that you aren't stepping up. I agree with that. Now that's what women feminism has been doing to men for decades. But then, what's your reaction? What's your response to that? To then continue to sit down and shut up for 50 more years? No, you change society. You have children. You teach the next generation this is what the best thing to do is. Oh my goodness. Shut the fuck up and go away. This is what society has been telling men. So you should continue shutting the fuck up and go away? So you should just go away. That's what MGTOW is. Men go their own way. Men don't have children. Shut the fuck up and men go away. Feminism has been, or society has been telling men to just shut the fuck up and go away. Therefore, for the next 50 years, here's another one. I will happily spend my time with hobbies and bros, not playing with anyone's child support. Well, here's the key, though. How are you changing the child support laws in this country? Well, you know what? There's rape, pillage, and plunder. People are being enslaved. But you know what? I'm just going to go on an island and be by myself. If there's dangers and ills and all these horrendous things happening in society, I won't try to be a man and help other people. I won't try to shape their lives for the better. I won't try to be a father figure. Again, MGTOW is not about father figure at all. It's not about being a father. It's about being a perpetual child. And at the very top of this one video that I found, from Timcast IRL, childish men may be the reason women aren't having children. The U.S. faces a steep birth rate decline. That is true. That is a societal issue. That is a cultural issue of any country, any locality that has a steep birth rate decline. Not just a birth rate decline, but a steep birth rate decline. And that can also come down with COVID as well and other policies that are in place. Not just about men or women and how women get there was this one list where I found there was 100 different ways in which women were having absolute privilege over men when it comes to legal manners. The number one was the number of child custody battles. Like 90-80% of them always go to the woman regardless of whether or not the man is more fit to have the child. That's a very big issue. Child support. Again, it's child support one way, but it's not the other way. That women are more protected. Men are expendable in society. Well, the thing is why are you not trying to help and change society?
I want to jump to this first.
Quiet you. Let's go down here. Women destroys marriage. Men don't want to get married. Pikachu shock face. I agree with that. It doesn't make it morally good to continue doing that, though. I understand the sentiment that you don't want to get married. It's just like It's just like feminism. MGTOW is exactly like feminism. Feminism teaches women to go their own way. It's not healthy for women. MGTOW then says, well, if you get to do it, I get to do it. You can. It doesn't make it good. You have the right to do it, well, I have the right to do it. You have the right to smoke cigarettes. Doesn't make it a good thing. Women, we don't need man. Men, cool, we don't have to worry about taking care of you. Women, now there's no men who will make more than us, and men get paid more. Men, well, you can't have it both ways, sister. I agree with that. I agree with the sentiment behind it, that when you keep complaining about men are stupid, evil bastards, and they all need to die. Oh no, men need to protect me now. Where did the good men go? Where did all the good men who will step up happen? Where are they? Well, you wanted them all away. And the only men that will actually be around you are the ones that will prey upon you, which is why feminism often leads to beta males. You need to have alpha males who will step up and do the right thing. And I agree with the sentiment. Here's the biggest issue, though. As a man, you really do need to shut the fuck up. Just put some dirt in the wound, strap your boots up, I don't know if that's the right word, strap your shoes in, get yourself back on the horse, and get back to work. Oh no, society hates men, therefore fuck society. Wait, why don't you try to help society? Oh no, society hates black people, therefore fuck society. I'm gonna go my own way. Go your own way, or are you gonna try to help and change society for the better? Well, I'm gonna do my own thing, and that's morally good. I understand the sentiment of you wanting to do your own thing. I do. I don't fault you for that sentiment. I fault you for the actions that are wrong. You didn't forget about the boys. You demonized and attacked them. Yes, this is what happens when men are not in society taking control of women. Yes, men need to be the head of the household. Men need to be at the head of society and life. But what happened is that men have been perpetually talked down to. You know what? It's an amazing thing to be a man in today's age because it's a grassroots campaign, if we want to compare that to any political or small organization trying to build itself back up. Why? Because it doesn't take much to be a strong man nowadays. All you have to say is, any society based upon, or any ideology based upon not having children is wrong. Because that is that's a factual thing. Any ideology that says, you know what, no children. Okay, so if everybody practiced that, humanity would be dead. Well, humanity should die. Humanity is stupid. Okay, nihilism, paganism, socialism, communism. Good job, everybody who's MGTOW. You are falling in the traps of the very thing that which people are trying to get you to do. Men are stupid. Okay, it doesn't matter what your opinion is. We're still going to do it this way. Okay. Because all it takes is a snap of the finger to say, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, MGTOWs. Y'all are wrong. And again, any man that says, well, you're stupid in the comment section, you really are proving my point. You're proving my point. Shut the fuck up, have children, and make society better. But I don't want to. Okay. I don't want to pay taxes. Taxes are a necessity in society. It should always be 10%. It shouldn't be at the 50, 60, 70, 80, 90% that it is right now. It should never be that. It should be 10%. You pay 10% to, it's like, well, taxation is theft. Okay. I understand the sentiment, but let's just have 150 people. Okay. I'm going to donate a certain amount of my money to 150 people in my local community. Who gets to choose who gets to do what with that money? And then where are we going to place it if it's all about property rights? And, it's if you really want to go down that route, that individuals have, inherent value, but that really does all stem from Christianity, because nowhere else in society, nowhere else in life really can you extrapolate that the individual has any value other than we're all made in the image of God. Because it's not about the individual, it really is based upon whatever the group wants. Because if the group doesn't want that, do they not have a right and say of what's going on? No, they never have a right and say of what's going on. Okay, why? You're poisoning the river. Well, that's property rights. No. Why? What makes it that way? Because I don't want it to be that way? I don't know. again, I've been a libertarian for like 4 or 5 years, and I realized that, hey, maybe other people than me matter, and I need to form a community, which that's why American constitutional conservatism about the individual, you start with the individual and you start going off from there. The majority of what feminism and MGTOW it usually ends up with is the individual only and exclusively. Again, same thing with American-only people. Americans should come first, not last. Let me say that again. Not first and only, just first. If we can't take care of Americans, why are we giving money to people who are coming in here illegally? We need to take care of the homeless first before we try to bring in new people. We need to try to fix the people that are here first. Once we can do that, then we can help other people. Once you are born, you don't just do your own thing. The ultimate end goal is to help other people, to move beyond yourself. That there is a truth beyond yourself that there's a truth that we can observe for us to go towards. It's an amazing concept, an amazing activity in which us as individuals are the first goal. The second goal is to move beyond ourselves. But we don't move beyond ourselves when we are lacking ourselves. We don't put if we're on an airplane and there's masks that drop overhead and we need to put oxygen masks over our head, even though it may or may not work. You put a mask over yourself first, and then you can start taking care of other people. You make certain you are well off financially before you try to help other people with their finances. You need to make certain that you are healthy before you try to help other people be healthy. Make certain that you're taken care of, because then you can help more people along the way. That is the exact opposite of what MGTOW and feminism is. You can do your own thing, but you can do your own thing because everyone else is having children. But at this point, nobody's having children because men are swept up to watching porn, which is not sex at all. It's the opposite of again, you are a beta male if you continue watching porn. You are in the corner in a room watching other people have sex. That's what porn is. You're masturbating and watching a recording of other people having sex. That's not sex. That you're not doing the sexual process. You might be releasing, you might be ejaculating, but it has nothing to do with sex. You're not doing it with another person. You're disassociating yourself from the actual process of procreation, of the actual contact when it comes to sex. Porn is a horrible thing, and it makes you a beta male. It makes you a beta boy. But, MGTOW, do your own thing. That's, again, porn watching. Is that you're doing your own thing. It's not healthy for you, but you could do your own thing. It's not good for you, but you could do your own thing. It's stupid. So, again, I just want to make a point is anybody who's MGTOW, I understand. I understand your shitty philosophy. It's just that it's that you think that not having children is something that is morally good. You're justified in how horrible society has been treating you. But just because people have been treating you horribly, just because people have been making fun of you at school, doesn't mean that you get to bring a gun to school and start shooting up children. Again, you've been picked on in high school. It's understandable as to why somebody might be shooting up the school because you've been being made fun of and poked on, and you just hate everybody in society and nobody's actually taking care of you. Why is it morally good for you to then, again, an evil was brought upon you, now it's your turn to go and do an evil upon them? Why is it morally good? Because it's justified, and I feel good doing it. It's like, wait, why don't you just change yourself? Why don't you adapt? Why don't you move? Why don't you have a different philosophy? You change towards what's better rather than demanding everyone else to change. That's what feminism is. I believe that's what subjective morality is. I believe I have the right way of believing and thinking, and if you disagree, well, then you must be wrong. That's what MGTOW is. I believe this, well, then if you disagree, you're wrong. It's like, what? Maybe you could change. Maybe I can change. Maybe we as men need to change. Nah, don't do that, because men trying to evolve beyond their present circumstances, that's stupid. MGTOWs believe the exact opposite of what the nature of reality is. It's amazing. So again, this is a declaration. It's like, MGTOWs are retarded. I understand your retardedness. I understand your shitty behavior. Just like modern day feminism. Feminism has nothing to do with what's actually helpful and good and moral for women. Because women, if you really want to have a happy, healthy, and wonderful life, have babies first, and then focus on a career. You don't do it the opposite way, because then you realize a decade or two passes, men don't want to be with you because why would I be with you when I could just be with a younger version of you? There we go. That just kind of like proves the point. Men choosing younger women. It's like I could be with an older woman. It's like for me, I'm very attracted to older women. I am actually very attracted to older women. But again, births, children. That's the number one key. So, anyways, that's my 2 cents, because that's what it's worth. Anyways, thank you very much for being a part of this and being up to the very end. It's kind of interesting and fun. See y'all next time. Beep, beep.